What is RFID? In 1973, Mario Cardillo introduced a device which was considered an ancestor of the RFID. It was a passive radio transponder with memory powered by the interrogating signal and a transponder of 16-bit memory. RFID stands for Radio Frequency Identification, and it is a small microchip that is almost the size of a grain of rice. Through the use of wireless radio frequency electromagnetic fields, RFID performs functions such as tracking and identification by transferring information from an attached chip, which is usually contained in a tag. These tags hold information stored electronically which can be accessed from few yards or meters away. RFID has taken place of barcodes in many sectors because of its advantages over barcodes. Different to the barcode, RFID need not to be symmetrically adjacent to a reader and can easily be implanted within desired object. Brief history of RFID. RFID technology was invented in 1948, but it was not mainstream for commercial applications until the 1980s. One of its first known applications was during World War II, when it was used by the British radar system to differentiate between German aircraft and their own aircraft with attached radio transponders. Only recently, due to technology advances, have the price points dropped to where RFID is now feasible for companies to adopt. Walmart was among the first commercial enterprise to select RFID technology to achieve improvements in the inventory supply process and theft control. However, in 2004, due to the status of standards and limited tag production capabilities, manufacturers of RFID tags were unable to meet the volume of demand within Walmart's desired time frame. As the standards further evolved, production capabilities expanded and price points kept dropping. Walmart's implementation is now in full swing, with most of their top suppliers delivering RFID tag pallets and crates to all Walmart's distribution center. RFID has used to penetrate other companies' supply chains, but in many cases, these implementations are closed-loop systems. In other words, the RFID is deployed within a particular corporation's supply chain, hospitals, roads, etc. The uses of RFID. In the medical equipment field, RFID product tags can be used to track and locate medical devices. For instance, when you need a defibrillator, you need to locate it fast. RFID tags enhances patient safety and thus can reduce the amount of equipment investment needed. Secondly, RFID devices have been used for years to identify dogs for a means of permanent identification. Dog owners before used tattoos or permanent ink markings typically on the ears. However, these can fade with age and it may be difficult to get the animal to sit still while you examine him for markings. Therefore, RFID is a much better option. Thirdly, since RFID tags can be read through an item, there is no need to open a book cover or DVD case to scan an item in a library, and a stack of books can be read simultaneously. Some schools and universities like the American University of Sharjah already use RFID in IDs for borrowing books and checking out DVDs. Also, some schools have RFID scanners for buying items at the school shop or canteen and in the library to sign in and sign out for student and teachers' attendance. Moreover, in commercial aviation, RFID technology is being incorporated to support maintenance on commercial aircraft. RFID tags are used to identify baggage and cargo at several airports and airlines. Lastly, some countries also use RFID technology for vehicle registration and enforcement. SALIC tags, for example, which are used as a toll system in Dubai, also employ RFID. RFID can help detect and retrieve stolen cars too, and therefore used as an anti-theft model. How much does an RFID tag cost today? Companies that sell RFID tags do not quote prices because pricing is based on volume, the amount of memory on the tag, and the packaging of the tag, whether the tag is active or passive, and much more. Generally speaking, active tags are $25 and above. With special protective housing, extra long battery life, or sensors can run $100 or more. Here we introduce Porter's 5-force model of RFID, which include threat of new market entrants, substitutes, buyers, rivalry, and suppliers. Now we move on to the advantages and disadvantages of RFID. Advantage: efficiency. Inventory can be done in a very efficient manner. For instance, objects in warehouses can be read, classified, inventoried, and the location of objects can be determined no matter where the RFID tag is placed on the object. Return on investment. RFID costs more to put into operation than a barcode system, but provides a good return on investment in the long run, since RFID is significantly more efficient. Vulnerability to damage minimized. RFID tags are less vulnerable to damage. An RFID tag is securely placed within an object or embedded in plastic. The system can work in harsh environments, such as areas of high temperature or moisture, or with exposure to chemicals or the outdoors environment. Disadvantages. Expense. RFID systems are comparatively costlier than its alternate system, the barcode system. This is because this technology is new. And to use the RFID system, the software and the tag reader should be installed to read the RFID tags in that particular area. Security. There is few security concerns related with the use of these RFID systems. For example, it is not suitable to be used for high security operations such as method payments. Fraud is always a possibility in this case. Unread tags. RFID scans multiple objects at the same time, so there is a possibility that few objects can be missed by tag reader during the process. If it's missed, it is very difficult to locate the object and fix the error. In case of barcode number can be entered manually and the error can be minimized at an efficient level. Impact. The impact of RFID on firms using it reaches out to many areas. A hospital, by enabling RFID tags on patients, facilitates data acquisition, reduces data entry, and improves the working of hospitals. This cuts down costs and saves time. In addition, it enhances the automation of information passed across the doctors and enables better treatment. On the other hand, if the firm doesn't implement it, it would just add up to the time, bunch the paperwork, and increase the cost by hiring employees to maintain customer data. Thus, adapting RFID makes doctors' and patients' lives easier. A patient or a society believes that RFID is the road for better recovery as it is easy to retrieve their information and doesn't require undergoing several procedures. Basically, an RFID stores biodata, allergies, symptoms, past medical records, and much more of a patient. With this, a patient develops a feeling that they are being monitored more frequently, thus developing a positivity in them.